Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r slash ProRevenge. In today's episode, refuse to pay me for piano lessons? Okay, I'll count every minute and charge accordingly. Maybe you should read your contract before insisting your landlady to do STH. Cycle route dangerous due to so many broken street lights. Council says I have to report each light individually. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Refuse to pay me for piano lessons? Okay, I'll count every minute and charge accordingly. When I was 14, I was qualified fully in my country in a piano playing performance qualification. I had worked really hard for this and was so proud, my parents too. I was too young to join paid orchestras, and they didn't exist near me, so instead I handed out business cards to residents nearby in a fairly wealthy area and thought I could make some money teaching after school. Teachers in the area were charging €20 per half hour, so I charged €17 because of my age, and got very lucky that a few mums caught on and switched to me instead. I quickly had 4 to 5 kids/adults to teach every single weeknight in an area I could bike around. This was roughly €400 every single week due to fluctuations of people canceling and so on. An hour's lesson was 50 minutes with a short water break and explanation of homework at the end. A half-hour lesson was 25 minutes with explanation and homework at the end. I made all of this very clear and learned it was necessary through time to walk people carefully through homework and exam prep. These parents paid 10 lessons in advance every time, and I kept a calendar and updated parents weekly on where they were at. One parent would always ask for a full summary of all 10 weeks for all 3 of her kids, and I was happy to provide it. Suddenly one week she decided she didn't owe me money for the next 10 lessons, until I had made up for lost time. I was obviously very confused and asked her what she meant. She cited the reason that I cut 5 minutes off every 30 minutes and 10 minutes off every hour, so I should teach that extra time before getting more money. Here's the real kicker: her kids were horribly behaved. They were easily the most spoiled entitled kids I taught and often said things like, "Since we pay you, don't you work for me?" They were ages 6 to 11. She had also referred me to a lot of other parents, so I was concerned about my jobs. Because her kids behaved badly and didn't do homework, I always spent extra time on them, 5 to 10 minutes per week, because they needed it. But okay, sure, you want me to work that time? No problem. So I decided to tell this mother from now on I would set a timer and charge every minute on that timer, and show her when I clicked it on and off, and gave a huge apology. You can imagine her shock at the end of the 10 weeks when she saw that the kids' combined 30 hours was actually more like 36 to 37 that she had to pay. She never bothered me about timing ever again and rushed through every homework or exam prep explanation, getting me out of the door, laughing face. Maybe you should read your contract before insisting your landlady to do STH. This is my mom's MC, but she's not on here, so I'll post it. My mom rents out 2 houses. One is the house she bought when she married her first husband. One is the house her first husband lived in after they divorced. When he died, my brother inherited it. I'm from the second marriage, and he asked my mom to manage it. Both houses are rented out to the city they're located in, and they use it as social housing for refugees. Because of this, they pay less rent than is usual for the area. But to make up for that, they have pretty unique clauses in their contract, e.g. that they are responsible to fix anything that wasn't caused by weather. That's not legal to do in a contract with private persons, but since the renter is the city, it's legal. Recently, the city approached my mom and told her that some appliances broke, and since the people living there didn't notify the city immediately, water seeped into the walls and caused mold to form within the walls. They assumed that the same rules as for private renters would apply to them and demanded that my mom should renovate. My mom told them that they should have a look into their contract. Point 4, sentence 2, yes, she even gave them the exact sentence they should look at. They insisted and also told her that she needed to hire companies that work with the city to do the renovation because they would only trust those companies. My mom then asked if that means they are delegating the organization to her, and are unwilling to work with any other companies. As they said yes, she acted. She organized everything and let the bills be sent to the city. The city returned the bills stating that mom has to pay them. My mom sent them a copy of the contract with the applying sentences highlighted and told them if they refused to pay she'd have to go to a lawyer, and those costs would add to that. The city denied any responsibility for paying. They took it to court where, because our courts are notoriously overwhelmed with cases, an out-of-court settlement was advised. When presented with everything, the person from the court told the city they were definitely in the wrong. But then the city said that my mom deliberately chose the most expensive companies and they would only pay for a part of the bill because of that. Well, my mom had it in writing that they ordered her which companies to hire, so that was quickly resolved. Had they told my mom, listen, could you organize it and have the bills sent to us, she'd have picked companies with about half the cost. But well, that's life. Cycle route dangerous due to so many broken street lights. Council says I have to report each light individually. My local council received funding to build a segregated cycle route along a road that had seen several cycling fatalities. It's a huge improvement, however, it has become more dangerous again due to at least 50 street lights being outdotted along its length. There's a lot of shops, parked cars, pedestrians, bus stops, and vehicles turning along this road, and you need to be ready to brake at all times. Late one night, a woman dressed in black in one of these unlit areas walked out in front of me. I managed to evade, but fell off my bike into the main road in the process. Everyone was okay, but enough was enough. I tried to report the overall issue to the council, but they said they would need precise location, plotted on a digital map via their clunky website, and street light number, printed on the light column of every light to report to their subcontractor. The road runs through an area known for muggings, and even cyclists get pushed off to steal their bikes, so I didn't want to stop at each light with a phone out or even notebook. So since the start of 2022, each trip I've tried to remember one or two lights that are failed with their precise location and numbers, then reporting when I get home. I had reached 13 individual reports so far this year when a man from the council called me yesterday. We discussed the situation, and upon hearing there were tens more reports yet to come, asked if I could please give them 4 weeks grace before sending more reports, and they will check and fix every light along the cycle route. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.